Late in the season and way up in the race, a team is reminded not to take its eye off the ball.
Back here on the MLB pregame show, Matt Vasgersian getting you set for the finale of this three-game set. That'll come your way in mere moments, but first we'll take a look at the Topps Player Spotlight. Lenny Diaz is, of course, the defending NL Cy Young Award winner. A nice piece of hardware to put on the shelf, I would imagine.
You know, the word is out on this guy, D-Row. He pretty much carved through the National League last year. I get it. It's a little bit easier to pitch with that pitcher spot in the ninth hole, but this guy's stuff is elite. He's a Cy Young Award candidate in either league.
Yeah, he's building on a reputation of dominance, and I want to see if he gets off on the right foot today, because, you know, when this guy shows up, you're getting every offensive lineup's A game.
Okay, we're looking forward to this one. Lineups and first pitch on the show coming up next. And a welcome to Citi Field, New York's National League ballpark in Flushing, Queens. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the San Diego Padres and the New York Mets.
And now, yours.
Stay tuned for Mets baseball coming up next. Lenny Diaz is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Mets. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, you want to know if this guy's one of the better pitchers in the league? Well, how about this? Batters are hitting under 200 against this guy for the year, so he's done a good job against both righties and lefties. And I'm looking for him to be just as dominant in this one.
And now, Tucupita Marcano. He will lead this one off today. And we are underway here in Flushing as the first pitch of the afternoon is taken for ball one. These Mets, fellas, as they take the field here today, despite the loss last time out, they'd won 4 in a row, so they've been on a nice little roll here.
Yeah, Matty V, we're getting a look at a really good team right here, D-Row. The only thing you hope they can do is to stay focused as the season winds down. They're a good team, and it looks like they could go a long way in the postseason.
Dan, I've racked my brain trying to figure out what's the best way to go in. Clinch your division early, be playing good baseball, meaningful baseball down the stretch to get into the postseason. Bottom line is it's an 11-12 game sprint when you get in. You want to be executing on all cylinders when you get in, but anything can happen.
Fastball, strike 3 called, and he's caught looking to begin the afternoon. Up next, Jesse Winker.
Batting second, the left fielder, number 33, Jesse.
First pitch on its way.
No, outside.
Now the 1-0 is a fastball that misses. Pretty good cut there, but it's to 2-1 now.
Hey, this pitcher better be careful right here. My man at the plate is not trying to push something to the opposite field.
To 2-2 now. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2. In the on-deck circle is Manny Machado. He'll bat next. And he lays off here, ball 4, and he'll become the game's first base runner here with 1 away. Manny Machado comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
That's a real nice location with that fastball up and in on the hands. Hard to do much with that because a hitter really can't extend his arms very easily.
Barely able to make contact, down 0-2 now. Winker, base runner at first with 1 out. Breaking ball called just a bit low. Fouled away. Bouncer up the middle. Reined in. McNeil's got it for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. Next is Fernando Tatis Jr. He went deep in the contest last night.
Fernando Tatis Jr.
Now here's the first offering. And it's fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Woody Keller.
You know, D-Row, Woody Keller's a good umpire, but at times the consistency kind of wavers a little bit. I'm not sure if you'd say he's a high ball umpire. Sometimes his zone changes from game to game.
Yeah, he can be a little inconsistent, Dan, no question about it, but he's approachable. As an offensive player, I just want to be able to turn around and say, is that as far as you're going today? And Woody will usually give you an answer.
Made a miss on the off-speed pitch that time. Fernando Tatis Jr. goes down to become the first out here in the second inning. First baseman Eric Hosmer is in as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. A ball and a strike to the Padres first baseman. One and two now as that one's fouled off.
That's a great sinker right there. These batters are going to have to bear down because if he's got that good pitch working, it's going to be a long game. They might have to sit off speed.
We're in the second, 1-0 Mets early on. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
Every pitcher looks to get off to a good start, and I'd say he's off to a good start. How about the first 5 batters he's faced? 3 of them he's sent down via the strikeout.
In to hit will be Trent Grisham. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal. Took an 0 for 4 in the victory last night. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up, as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you can see there, he in fact leads the NL in that category. Stepping in next, Mark Zagunis. And as you can see, he's seen that average climb the last week or so. And that's in there for a strike.
Hey, make no mistake about it, this lineup's going to have to get going and get a little bit more aggressive. This guy's pounding the zone.
And it's quickly 0-2.
Come on, fellas, let's go.
0-2 count, and the pitch. This is swung on and bounced to McNeil at second. And that's the second out. Into the box, Tyler Mahle. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. Now the fastball is swung on and missed.
With the way this guy's throwing on the mound, you cannot be chasing. You have to set your sights a little bit lower and control the strike zone.
Smith is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. Padres down in order. It remains 1-0. The hit will be the pitcher, Lenny Diaz.
The pitcher, Lenny Diaz.
Now the first pitch. In there, strike 1. Mahle has thrown a little over 150 innings of work so far and has an ERA he'd like to see come down a bit. Starts the day in the high 4s. Now a ball lined hard toward right center. And that'll get over the wall for a ground rule double, and that'll keep runners at second and third now with still nobody out.
Hey, it's hard to say if he would have scored if the ball hadn't hopped over the wall. They might have held the runner at third.
And that'll bring in the switch-hitting Francisco Lindor.
The shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
First pitch on the way. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Zagunis is there. Let's see if they test it. And he'll make it into score. It's a sac fly and an RBI, and it's now a 3-0 ball game.
Great job there by this power hitter, known for driving the ball out.
All set for the start of the 4th, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Tucupita Marcano. High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1.
No strike.
Now it's 2-0.
2-0.
The pitch. And a good swing there as this is deep down the line in right, but this is going to wind up out of play. The 2-1. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
At the plate now, Jesse Winker. And that misses ball one. Winker tends to have more success against right-handed pitching like this than he does against southpaws. Could be a comfort thing. Maybe he just picks up the ball a little better, but that's the book on him at this point.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
Boy, this guy has really good stuff so far on this one. How about 7 Ks, and we're just in the middle innings of this one. If he continues this up, this could be a real solid performance.
Here's Manny Machado now. Fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Trying to avoid becoming the 3rd strikeout victim of the inning here. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
Called strike 2, and now it's full 3-2.
He's 1 pitch away from striking out the side, but even more than that, to throw a donut up after your offense put up some runs, I can't tell you what that means to the boys in the dugout.
And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. They trail in this one 3-0.
Is this redemption for my soul?
Next, here is Lenny Diaz. He doubled his last time up.
Yeah, he did a great job to go down and get that one his last at bat. But I got to think they're going to pitch him up, maybe elevate something in the zone. Interested to see how he approaches this next AB.
A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Tapped out in front of home. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Mets leave 1, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. All ready to go in the top of the 5th, and that'll bring forth the slugging shortstop, Fernando Tatis Jr. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but he's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
And he checks his swing. Did he go around? Yes, says the first base umpire. Strike 2. And he rings up another one. Make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders. And with the year winding down, you can see he currently leads the NL in that department. So bases are empty with 1 out now. And standing in, here's the first baseman, Eric Hosmer. Fouled off. This one's down to 3rd. Scope is there. And there's out number 2. 2 down, no one on base. And that brings up Trent Grisham. And a strike called at the letters. Looked high to me, but it's 0-1.
2 quick outs in this inning so far. His pitch count is really down. I think one of the keys is he's been attacking the strike zone early on, making these guys swing the bat so far in this one.
Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away.
Man, he's in control of all his weapons right here. 1 strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Padres still with the big goose egg in the hit column thus far. Lifted down the line in left. And foul. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ballgame, and the inning is over. He's through 5 without allowing a hit. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the leading off the inning. It'll be Yasmani Grandal as they'll look to spark the offense and even things up.
Offense needs to get going right here. You want to try and tighten up this game a little bit before it starts to get into that territory where you're going to start seeing the back end of each bullpen.
Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. And he fouls this one off. swing and a ground ball to third. And the throw on to first will take care of him, so he's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield. One away.
When the guy on the mound is working on a no-no this late, every play is exciting and stressful for the fielders. We'll see if they can continue making the plays behind him.
Now back.
Here's the first pitch. Mark Segunas stands in as he can't connect here. 0-1.
In today's game, with velocity and exploding breaking stuff, you have to find a way to control the strike zone as a unit. They haven't been able to do that today, swinging at way too many pitches outside the zone.
This is swung out and bounced to McNeil at second. Fielded cleanly, and there are 2 away now.
When the guy on the mound is working on a no-no this late, every play is exciting and stressful for the fielders. We'll see if they can continue making the plays behind him.
Number 26,
Matt Chapman is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike one. Enters play here at 279. 26 home runs and 81 driven in. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
His command has been outstanding so far, hitting nearly all of his spots, and that's been a big factor why he's been so successful up to this point.
Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
Count even at 2-2. And he struck him out. So it might be time to begin the countdown as he's now gone through 6 innings without allowing a base hit. Padres down in order. They trail it here 3-0. New inning set to get underway, and stepping in will be the very fleet-footed Tucupita Marcano. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Starts him out with a sinker that's inside. 1-0. 1-1 to San Diego's leadoff batter.
Hey, that's a heck of a pitch right there. Big velocity up and in for a strike, too. I mean, you saw this guy flinch at the plate. He was thinking that buzzed the tower, but then to get it popped to strike is tough.
Popped him up. Here's Scope to make the catch, and there's out number 1. So he's still got his shutout working here in the 7th, and with that in mind, we check out the league leaders in shutouts. And as you can see there, he finds himself in a flat-footed tie for the National League lead in that category. Ready now is Jesse Winker, who went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out. At the plate now is Manny Machado. It was a backwards K, a strikeout looking for him in his last at-bat. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
Wouldn't mind the pitcher expanding the zone a little bit more and using his aggressiveness against him.
A ball and a strike now to Machado. And a knuckle curve missed that time, 2-1.
Well, late in a game like this, calls that don't go your way can really throw you off when you're on the mound, but you just can't let it happen. His composure is getting a little test right here.
Now the 2-1. Strike 2 swinging.
Even though we're late into this ball game, this guy's deal is still top-notch. This guy's a horse.
And he struck him out to retire the side, so he's through 7 complete, still working on a masterpiece. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. They trail here 4-0. Striding in is Lenny Diaz. He's been great on the mound, so we'll see if he can do something with the bat here as well. He's earned the chance to take this at-bat.
Yeah, Matt, when a guy's throwing the ball as well as he has, it kind of forces the manager's hand to stay with him. He's been exciting to watch, and he's really had this crowd behind him the entire game.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. And this is lined hard to deep left. Winker is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
And that'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Nah, they just haven't had much of an answer, Matty. They've been off balance and baffled all game. He's got a nice, comfortable lead. You have to think he's going to pound the strike zone. But here, get aggressive.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0.
This is why the manager pencils these guys in the middle of the order. Big spot, time for them to get back in this game with a couple quality ABs.
Got him reaching there, strike 2.
Something that stood out to me in this game is the lineup's lack of a solid plan at the plate. Seems like way too many guys are chasing pitches out of the zone and trying to hit pitchers like that one down and away. There's no success in that.
He froze him on the fastball there. Fernando Tatis Jr. goes quietly to lead off the 8th. So one man gone for the Friars in their half of the 8th. And standing in, here's the first baseman, Eric Hosmer. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Bases are empty, one man out. And this will be fouled away. Got him. 4 outs away from his date with history.
Well, a huge out number 2 here in the 8th. 4 outs remain, but the finish line is starting to come into focus now.
And now to the plate, Trent Grisham. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on it, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
A ball and a strike now. A 1-1 home.
Ball. Couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at-bat trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
3-1 to him now. Yanked on the ground down the line. Beautiful diving stop. He's out. Doing it all at first to end the inning with an exclamation mark. Back with more of this Thursday afternoon business person special following this. And here's the switch-hitting catcher, Yasmani Grandal, starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Then ball, no strikes the count. The 1-0.
Obviously, he's not fatiguing whatsoever. Still in the mid to high 90s with his fastball. These guys got to stay on the attack if they're going to have a chance.
Ball taken there. 2-1 now. It's a 2-2 count to the Padres catcher. And he should be okay to go the distance here. He's just now about to hit 100 pitches for the ball game.
Yeah, it's go time, Matty B. He's got a chance to close this one out. He knows the bullpen's rested and ready to go. He's got a smile on his face out there.
Oh, D-Ro, this is what every manager loves. One day where you can not have to empty out everybody in that bullpen. Going into the 9th inning in today's game with your starting pitcher, you can't ask for more than he's given them up to this point.
Behind 0-2 now. Now the 0-2 pitch. Struck him out. So now just one man stands between he and his no-hitter. C.J. Abrams gets the call as a pinch hitter, and he'll get a chance with 2 out and the bases empty. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Comes into play here at 273. 5 homers and 32 driven in. Behind 0-2 now. Crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. Fouled away. San Diego down to their final strike. Hard hit ball to second. Oh, and the no-hitter is erased here in the 9th.
Whoa, that ball was close. Whizzed right by his head. I think he probably heard it go by, guys. That's pretty unsettling for a pitcher. Trust me, I know.
In now, Tucupita Marcano. Left fielder is on the move. He can't get there, so the inning will continue.
hey, this might be their best opportunity to at least get on the board. They've been struggling offensively, and they find themselves with 2 runners on board. Let's see if they can continue it.
Into the box, Jesse Winker. 0 for 2 for him to this point. And there's a cold strike 2, as now they're down to their final strike this afternoon. Maybe lucky to get a piece there. It stays 0-2. Abrams over at second. Marcano on at first with 2 down. Stays alive, still 0-2. And the Mets are on their way. They're the champions of the NL East.
Wow, talk about total dominance. 9 innings, only 2 hits allowed. That's about as good as it gets. This guy was as good in the 9th inning as he was in the 1st. So close to baseball history.
A 7-0 shutout final today. New York with a division-best 102nd team win. Lenny Diaz wins for a league-high total 24th time and records a complete game 2-hitter in doing so. Tyler Mahle is slapped with his... For Mark...